Okay, what about activating academic language? We'll call it here vocabulary brainstorming. Before we think in more detail about the areas of academic language you will need in this exam practice exercise, we need to remind ourselves of what the question is asking us to do. Let's read it again carefully. To what extent can the ocean provide a sustainable global food supply in the future? To what extent is how much, which is asking us to evaluate, for example, quantity. Quantity words might be the majority, some, most, or you could use frequency to give the same idea. So, in many cases, in most cases. Or how about using probability? The ocean will probably, may, or the ocean might, or the ocean is unlikely to provide a sustainable food source. Next, you will need to explain the extent you have chosen. For example, if you decide that your essay will argue that the ocean will probably provide food, why did you choose probably, and why did you not choose the ocean may not be able to provide food for the globe in the future? In order to explain your choice, you will need words for reasons and results. These words are also called cause and effect words. To develop your idea, you will need a good explanation of why you have chosen your position. This is called developing your idea. You will also need to note down some vocabulary that will help you explain your position. Some nouns might be the cause of, the reason for. Some verbs, leads to, causes, or results in. You can also use adverbials at the beginning of sentences to show the relationship of cause and effect. In other words, to show the reasons for the position you express in your essay answer. For example, therefore, or consequently. For more examples of cause and effect language to explain reasons and results, have a look at your book, Unit 10, Writing 10b, Cause and Effect Essays, pages 157 to 160. In your exam, you should quickly note down a few correct examples of language on your planning page. Try to include a variety of language you have learnt during the course in your exam essay to demonstrate to the examiner the vocabulary and skills you have learnt during your course. Always remember, the examiner is looking for proof of your learning in your exam writing. Using a variety of useful academic language that you have learnt during the course in your exam is a clear sign of your learning progress on the course and will almost certainly result in passing the course with a good exam score. In terms of a planning page, I'd like to point out that many exams do not have a page with the title Planning. However, you should still include a plan on the first page, on the first writing page, that is, of your exam paper. A clear, well-organized, detailed plan in note form sends a very strong positive signal to the examiner, so make sure you include one, both to help your organisation and to prove to the examiner that you are going through the writing process that you have been taught to follow in your book and in your study guide. Now it's time to prepare to listen to a lecture that will provide information to help you support your position in answer to our essay question above. Before you listen, however, quickly review the notes you have made and the notes here and on the previous pages. This should take you about 5 minutes.